Good afternoon, Marcus Williamson, Public Works Director for City of Clearwater. We're out here at one of our parking lots called the Rockaway parking lot, where we've done some sand staging from what we picked up from Hurricane Helene when it had overtopped our beaches and seawalls. If you also look out to the distance back over there, you'll see the sand dunes that are out there, and you'll see part of it's cut off. The sand dunes are actually designed to help protect the beach and adjacent areas from the storm surges when they occur. In the one section, the sand dune was actually able to protect some of the parking lot and areas. Whereas if you look off to the other side, what happens when you don't have those sand dunes and you can get that scouring, it popped up a bunch of our sidewalks, knocked over fences, popped up pavement. So the sand dunes, as we go to return those, will be key elements to help protect our beach in the future. So the process as we go through to return the sand to the beach, the Florida Department of Environmental Protection has guidelines on exactly how we can do it. So we have to test for a couple of different things. So we have to look at the color, make sure that the sand was actually originating from the beach area that we're going to be returning to, that it's clean of odors and various colors that could indicate contamination. And then we've got to go through a cleaning and sifting process before it would return. So if you look at the pile back behind me, that's a pile that we would consider a clean pile from the meeting the odor and the color. It will then go over to our sifter and it'll get fully cleaned. At that point, it runs through the sifter. It'll pull out any kind of small debris that might be in there. Again, the purpose of that is making sure that when we return the sand to the beach, that it's in a state that's safe for the public to come back out. So that's what the FDEP, the Florida Department of Environmental Protection's goal is, again, to make sure that that's safe. They also provide us guidelines on exactly where we can do it. So there's different areas. One's the coastal construction control line, and the other is a mean high water line. Basically, we have to work within those areas as we go to return it and return it back to similar elevations as what we had beforehand. So over time, the city will record what our beaches look like, so we have a good history of what it looked like pre-storm, and then our goal will be to return as much as we can back to post-storm. Obviously, we'll have lost some sand that will either be too dirty to return, which Florida Department of Environmental Protection will give us other guidelines on how we dispose of that, or just sand that had gotten displaced to other areas. So ultimately, we won't be able to reclaim quite as much of the beach as we would like, but we'll be able to return a bunch of that clean sand so that the residents and visitors can enjoy our beaches.